Welcome to a very warm Thunkworks. So today we are working on an orchid sculpture project. So I do have in the works a bonsai tree sculpture which is made from titanium. That'll be something in it for a future video. It's kind of a long-term project, but that is using a piece of this is dragonstone, which is I bought from an aquarium supply shop, so for like fish tanks. It's really cool. It's got all these it's really cool texture, loads of holes in it. Just looks absolutely awesome, I think. And what I'm trying to do is combine that with some stainless steel in this case to make an orchid flower. So I've already been doing a little bit of experimentation. So I've got some stainless tubing here. This is approximately 5mm. Some thin stainless steel sheet, which I'm cutting some flowers out of. So this is what it starts out as a sheet of stainless steel, less than 1mm thick. I think this is about 0.6mm. I'm not sure what gauge that is. And what I've done, so where I work, I have access to a laser etcher. So what I've done, I've used that to score the outline of all these flower petals. And then what I do, and I'll show you that in a second, but I basically then bend along these lines, and then this metal will split and I can break the pieces out. So I'm going to do that. Actually, before I do that, I'm going to drill all the centre holes, because that's something in my experimentation I'm having a little bit of issue with small pieces like that, trying to drill a hole in the middle of it. So I'm going to get all the holes. So although the laser has scored the hole in the middle, you can't really pop them out. So I'm still going to have to drill those. So I'm going to do all that first while it's still a flat sheet, and then work on getting all these pieces out. So now I've drilled holes in all the centres. The next thing to do, I'm going to make kind of cuts, just cutting out, staying well away from the lines if possible. Cut as much out as possible, and then it'll be onto my little vise, which I'll show you in a second, to finish breaking the pieces off. I've now come over to this vise. So I may have, drilling the holes beforehand, I may have gone a little bit too large. There's not much material left between the edge of the pieces, so I'm going to have to hope it's going to be okay. Basically what I'm doing, clamping a piece in there, getting a pair of pliers, and then we're just rocking back and forward along that scored edge, and then the piece just snaps off. So yeah, just nicely broke off along the edge. So I'm going to do that to all these other pieces now. Hopefully I don't, hopefully I don't have an issue of being too close to that hole. But yeah, I'm going to do that. Right, so I've got these pieces sort of cut out, or broken off. Unfortunately, this one here I broke two of the sections of it off, so that's scrap. And this one here, even before I got to the cut of the sort of breakout section, I actually snipped into the centre hole. So that's just two of those I can't use. So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4 in total that I can use. I was hoping to get 6, and that would give me the potential to make 2 orchids with 3 flowers each. As it is, I'll have to make 1 with 3, see how I like it, and maybe I can add a 4th to it. The next step is texturing. So these ones here, got this really nice hammered texture to it. So that's a case of using this hammer, this sort of lower, not quite a ball peen. I'm not sure what the end of that hammer is called actually, but this is a planishing hammer. It's got a flat face and then this domed face. That's going to be done on my train track anvil. Right, now the next step is to polish. Now I do have a bench grinder with a polishing wheel attachment attached to it, but these being so small and the bench mounted grinder got a chance of flinging them across the workshop, I'm going to use my Dremel here, small polishing wheel on it, and I'm going to try that and see how that does. So the one on the right here has not been polished yet. Not a huge amount of difference. It's definitely just that little bit more shine than the one that I just polished. So yeah, gonna just crack on and do the rest of them now. Right, so these have all been polished up, and I've cleaned them off with acetone and given them a wipe. Yeah, so the next step is to use the blowtorch on them to try and get some nice colour. Okay, so that one's there has been coloured with the blowtorch. Got some light pinks and purples and goldy colours. I'm going to go that, just sort of stick with that. Didn't do that on all of them. See the black, isn't it? They're great. Yeah, going to do that over all of the petals. There, so we've given them all some colour, nice variation. Got some gold, some blues, some pinks and purples. Really nice looking. But yeah, so I'm just gonna figure out my stem shape now, I think. So I'm gonna put a bend in this. Right, so I've just spent a bit of time actually flattening the bottom of the stone. So this, as I bought it, it sat kind of at this angle. This is the more interesting side, so I wanted it to be a bit more upright. So I flattened the bottom off. This stone is a form of clay, so very soft, easy to work. So just sandpaper on a flat surface. Did that, and that's sitting really nicely now. Now I wasn't 100% sure how I was going to drill the holes in my sort of stem. I mean, I've got a drill press and I've got a mini mill in the workshop, but I don't have a good way of fixturing this onto them. So I actually just clamped this to my welding table and drilled straight through. Worked really well, and I did a test rivet of the first flower, which kind of mixed results. The riveting itself has gone really well. Unfortunately, where my hole was so close to the edge of the material, it's actually squashed it, and it's been manipulated too many times, and one of the petal pieces has fallen off, which is unfortunate. But it just means I'll have to modify my patterns and make the flowers a little bit bigger, which isn't a bad thing. But you know, I can kind of wedge it in, so if I keep this film on for myself, it will be okay. If I want to make any in the future, particularly if I want to sell any, obviously I need to address that. But right now I'm going to drill 2 more holes and rivet my last 2 flowers in, and I might make some leaves just for the bottom, but yeah, we're going to drill some holes and do some riveting. And just quickly, so for the riveting, this is a bit of stainless steel round bar I had. I've just sort of drilled a little divot into the end of it so that the head of the rivet, where is one? So the head of the rivet can sit nicely there, so I can hammer the other end. and it doesn't deform the face of the rivet too much. And well, there we go. I will get some better shots of it in a little while, so you can see it in, or hopefully, all its beauty. So there's that cool dragonstone with all that awesome texture to it. The stem there with the 3 flowers. So obviously this petal here is the broken one. I've just sort of wedged it in for now. So this piece will actually will just stay with me. Probably go in my bedroom maybe. What I think I'll do in the future, so like I said, I'm going to make the flowers bigger for sort of any more I make, so there's more material around the holes to avoid any breakages. And I might make the stem out of slightly larger material. This is about 4.8mm, actually stainless tubing. I might go a little bit thicker if the flowers are bigger, but I like the overall height of it, really nice, especially with the stone. Yeah, no, I'm really happy with it. Some leaves, I could add some leaves, but don't know whether I don't know. I'll think about the leaves, but I'm going to leave it there for this video anyway. So in the future, when I make more with sort of bigger flowers, oh, there goes that petal. Yeah, for making any bigger leaves, I may add some leaves sort of to the bottom of the stem. But yeah, but that is it for now. Hopefully you've enjoyed watching me make these orchids, or this orchid. I'm really happy with how this one's come out. Really enjoyed making this one. Hopefully you've enjoyed watching it too. Please like and subscribe, and yeah, stick around for more videos. Thanks for watching.